Now, the particle, he's stronger, but we shift to the wave, he's also a wave. Well, it's just, essentially talks in terms of heaven and earth, right? But, your particle, your wave state, you got, of course, the basic form is more particle, but we'll go here. Whatever. So something talked about, the universe for him is very different. His relations to matter, energy, space, time were that's what got me into Aikido, because I used to read comic books. There was no big superhero movies on TV, and I watched these home movies of them. And who's going, different types of things, right? If you come in this direction, it's like the wave movement. He was doing something. He was doing a bunch of really. I was looking. That's strange, but it kind of looks really fun, because better at that. But don't. So the term sometimes is ki or energy, but ki, it's like ki is both particle and wave, right? But one of the things about it, for example, here, now squeeze, good, right? If you get really crazy with this stuff, like 2 hands, and you come over in 2 hands, okay? And it's impossible for me to move the particle, but the wave right here. You see what I mean? It's almost like Osensei was trying to teach us something, because when you get this particle stuff, it's very contentious. We have we all this weight, and we're much bigger. He said, we're much bigger. We're as big as the universe. That Carl Jung, we talk about archetypes, really big energy patterns. But what happens when you kind of put us into this body, it becomes a complex. My mother treated me this way, so my life is messed up. It's kind of so, that sense right there, where when you're kind of in that wave function, your things are smoother. And the wars are kind of fought on the particle level. Okay. I'm defending this, I want that, you can't have that, I'm going to do that back. You see what I mean? And wave to wave, I don't think there's any conflict. You see, it's the change of consciousness. Anyway, we better start. Right? So, put this back. Okay. Hi, onegaishimasu. Okay. How many Niner fans here? It's a big day, but we're going to do an Aikido class anyway. So let's line the adults up here. Okay. Yeah. And okay. Let's say, basically Aikido, we have a body. Okay, body. We have a mind. Okay, body, mind. Okay. Now we were playing a little bit with body, matter, biological matter. We're very complex. Mind. Oftentimes, conscious mind is busy. Okay? But as the mind quiets down, the body starts to kind of feel itself a little differently. Okay, like, I'm flowing a little bit in the mind. Yeah? Easy here. So easy is the word that lets you kind of open here, so that here starts to kind of feel itself differently. Like this can learn about the body, but it's still a separation. It starts to calm down a little bit. The body starts to open, and things like flow start. I want to move. Want to open. Okay. When this is too busy, everything kind of clamps down. So easy, 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 easy. So body, mind, if you will. We're playing a little bit with the sense body, position, superposition. Okay. Physics term. A variety of different states exist. But when you measure something, it all collapses into what you measured. Okay? So for example, here, I'm measuring this, but this is it. So what I'm trying to do right here, instead of measuring in the particle and wave dimension, we get along better wave to wave. It's smoother. Okay, now, here we may have a war. See that? I'm going to do that, okay? Huh? Easy. Okay, so that area right there. Oh. Mind, body. Mind influences body. Body is more relaxed. The mind is clearer. Okay, so there's that relationship. But there's a bigger one. We're matter. We're particle. Particle form. But we're also wave. So if we go superposition, what is it? I'm used to measuring things in that particle. That's weight. Okay, and in this one, I want to go this way. He wants to go that way. Well, I'll explore his direction a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good one. But I want him to see my side. So we do a lot of exercises like that. Okay. So right here, keyword, learn to measure. In physics, when you measure something, you almost create it. Superposition, a variety of different states. Mind is a state. Body is a state. Particle is a state. Wave is a state. So part of the training is being able to go, I'm looking at his point of view. My particle consciousness is directly opposed to his particle consciousness. Maybe on a wave level, we can start to work things out. Okay? Basic exercise, particle, feels heavy, wave. Wave is right there. It's just how you measure. You measure it out here in the particle thing. You get weight, you get certain things. And that's why people and nations don't get along. But on a wave level, we're much more flexible. We can get along a little better. We could be team members instead of. Okay, got it? So let's just start out with, okay, what do? Easy, open, settle. And you learn to measure yourself more as a wave function, as opposed to matter trying to react and move matter out there. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go. Find a partner. Yeah, yes, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now let me try. Okay, so this is a little abstract. Okay, so first of all, I feel his weight. Okay. Now, how does it feel if I measure myself as a wave? I feel looser, freer. See right there, for example, he tightened, and I'm measuring myself as well. No. There's a little bit where, all right, so stand with that foot forward. You have a body. It's not going to go away. Okay, right? But open your fingers. All right, now what is a wave? A wave is a wave. Good. Now that's so easy, that can't be right. So you feel my weight, you try to move me and said, that's real. Well, but what if? Well, since it was an old man, he could move people that were sumo wrestler, doesn't believe what he can do. And so he says, okay, I don't want to show off in public. So let's go somewhere. Okay, but of course he didn't want anybody to see it. But somebody crept in to the building and saw it. And he said, hold on as hard as you can. You don't believe what I'm doing, fine. The guy went straight up and straight down. Now, we're not as good as those sensei at it, but we can work a little bit. Easy. Okay, good. Now, he's going to come in, and it's a different grip. Okay. Well, actually, no, just a basic blend there. Easy. Easy your gateway to the wave. See, you're pulling. Easy motion. Easy. Yes. Now, it's hard to stay there because we start to measure out there. Well, let me see if I can do it again. And I measure it. Easy. Easy is the magic word. Okay. You're president of the United States. You have Hamas and you have Israel. You have Ukraine and you have Russia. And people are dying on both sides just because of stupid politicians. Particle-wise, everything is messed up. You guys say, on another level, we're both human. Okay, so since they gave us a recipe for world peace that we've ignored for ever since he's been dead, right, which is about 50 some odd years. Okay, right? Yeah. Now, I'd like you to do a little bit. It can work. I'm going into a meeting already kind of pulling out. No, I'm going now. And I may want to leave. Okay. I'm Donald Trump. I don't like what the judge thinks. Yeah, okay, Mr. Citizen Trump, you're perfectly free to walk out of the trial. But easy. Yin to yang or yang to yin, there's the change right there. It's a wave function. You need both. If Curry was like this, he wouldn't have made that shot. He's like this. He's open. He's positive. Okay, good. Now, what happens is that we look at that. That can't be real. This is real. But when you measure yourself this way, that's what you're in. But there's also this. Now, it seems like I'm music. There's that much. Okay, good. Tied in, tied out. Tied in, tied out. Tie doesn't just keep going out. It goes in and then goes out. Okay? Tie it in, tie it out. Okay. All right. Well, easy. Yes. Okay, now let's examine that one. We're trying to pull something. Gee, I can't move this car. I can get inside it. I got the keys. I'll drive it where I need to go. Now, wave isn't more mental, but it's just that we get so caught up in what we call the weight of things. So, okay. But I got to get in the car as opposed to, I'm going to pull the car different. That's hard. Right? Right? You're kind of this way. This way. You jump a little higher because you get a better sense of it. See, I'm going to measure you as a particle. And I'm going to try to pull you. If I'm a wave, I'm going to get you in touch with your wave nature. And on a wave nature, we get along better. Right? Sure. Right? So one of the things here. Right? Now right here, I'm used to measuring everything as a particle. Easy open shut. I'm a wave function. Okay. Good. Oh, am I trying to do that? And it's so easy. That's what Nado Sensei learned from Ho Sensei. Sensei says, Nado-san, it's so easy, but I can't give it to you. Well, in other words, there are lessons to learn. Just relax a little bit, but it's still a particle. You see what I mean? Okay, he holds a little harder. I got to relax a little bit more, make better connection, turn my hips a little bit. But what if I could just go, he's a wave, I'm a wave. What happens? What's a wave? It's free. You got all these crazy wars where people are killing each other for stupid people reasons. They're called politics. That's what happens when you put all these archetypal forces into, because we're not just matter, we're biological matter. And great archetypal forces, when you put them here, they become complex. Right? Oh, we got this. I understand. Yeah, the wave is a cool place to be. And of course, I've got particle responsibilities and everything. But when I'm in a wave thing, I'm more relaxed and more efficient. With my particles, I'm not stuck here getting crazy, getting more compressed and stupid in a particle universe. I have the perspective of a wave being, right? Okay, all right. Okay, okay, good. All right. Yeah. Yeah. One of the things, for example, that what you find kind of is the particle being in us. You don't lose your body. In fact, your body is important because I'm too mental. So if I start to feel the body, to kind of relax and center, and see, the particle may pick up something like this flow. Okay, yeah, I can flow by relaxing, and I blend my wrist this way, and now we're going this way. Okay, good. That's very good. Most people stay stuck there, and then he kind of holds harder. But I'm still measuring the whole thing as a particle. He holds harder. Don't get away. All right. One time, Tojima Sensei was kind of doing this kind of cool move, right? And I thought, that's pretty cool, but what if I really grabbed him? And since he was semi-telepathic, he says, come on, Jack. I said, come on, he did the same move. Same move. It was kind of a really nice move. I think, yeah, but what if? So he said, Jack, oh, didn't matter. Because he was enough of something that he knew that, okay, he knew that I was in a kind of crazy place. And he told me, he says, look, don't start to look at technique a certain way. There's a unifying factor to it all. And right now you're thinking, okay, there's this sort of practice, and then there's this sort of practice. There's just practice. But in his case, it was a little bit more like, you have a body. Good. Your body influences your mind. Most people learn how to center, relax, experience a little flow, but there's still particles, which is good. And then what happens is that right about here, that's all good. And everybody here is a wave person. Everybody. Donald Trump is a wave person. Yeah. Now, on the other hand, what happens when we're in this particle thing? These powerful archetypes I must control. Okay. See, the wave person doesn't want to control. The wave person kind of wants to, there's an easy harmony here. We can get along. Hey. Cool? I don't want to control them at all. We're teammates. We're working towards something called an agreement, a harmony, an IT interaction. Now, I want to win. I want to be in charge. I want to control. I want to manipulate the truth. That's really unfortunate. Okay? If a sensei were to lecture somebody, I don't know. Right? Just that motion. Now I'm going to try to pull them. See, the waveform is a lot freer. A lot freer. Right? Bad day, everything kind of is up here and I'm reacting to everything out there. Better day, I'm a little calmer, a little more. Good day, but a great day is almost like a peak experience. You know, you go, oh my gosh, everything is open up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You see what I mean? So, you know, when you're in a wave function, things are a lot different. Okay? So all we're going to do here, now, see, I'm already trying to be out the door. I'm going to go in, and I can leave if I want. And I can say, you know, you can stay in that space. Or conversely, let's explore the world together. You're kind of in that locked room right now. And so you can be a guide. You're trying to show somebody who wants to stay in the room. There's a whole world out there, and let's explore it as wave beings. Okay? It's the same part, and we just do a lead, a walk. Okay? Go. Okay, now, you kind of worry about tripping over your own feet. You're a wave, you can afford the whole ocean here. So don't fence yourself in, okay? And you're subtle, but, you know. It's a vibrant state. You know, we'll go this way and we'll go that way. Whatever the movement happens to be. Right? Whatever the movement happens to be. Over here. That's a bit of hope for you. I think that's actually kind of meant for people to do Aikido more as that wave function. Because when we're in particles, it's like, you know, you're MAGA, I'm not. You know, I'm a woke liberal, and we're going to go to. On the other hand, a wave level, we're going to say, hey, we're both Americans here. Okay. Instead of trying to tear the country apart, let's kind of dialogue and have a beer together, and maybe there's more common ground than we think. You see what I mean? That's major. But what I want you to do a little bit, see, this is big. And you're kind of exploring something too small. Okay? Explore the whole ocean. Well, Sensei would tell you probably something like, explore the universe. Explore the universe. Right? The universe is very cool. The universe is very cool. Yeah. The universe is a very cool place, right? And you're stuck in a room here. So I'm gonna introduce you to your wave self and get you to expand a bit more. You're as big as the whole ocean. We just don't know that. That's the whole thing. I'm going away, I'm away, I'm gonna have a little swimming pool. No. You're in a pond, you're in a lake. There's a whole ocean out there. Say what I mean, that sense of it. So open it in. Okay. Okay, now. There's no swing here. Is that much?
Yeah.
Swinging. Okay. It's easy. See what you're doing, you're in a swimming pool going this way, creating water to move. I guess that would technically be a wave. Instead of that, you are the wave. Okay, now You're going this way. Goes that way.
Ah.
Goes out. For you, it's going back
Yeah.
to you. Okay? Easy. Now, your thought is creating, you're measuring it as the particle. It's raining. Okay. And all of a sudden, and you really start to get it, you remeasure it. But no, since they told me those, since it's so easy, but it's easy. Okay. But, not that. Not that. That. Okay. Okay. And then you remeasure. When you remeasure, I mean, in physics, they say when you measure something, you must create the state because there's a multitude of states, right? But I'm used to measuring the particle. Okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to try to do this in the particle universe when it was meant to operate in the wave universe. Right? Easy. There you go. Easy balance. You don't have to be anything special. This is tricky. I got to be special. Yeah, and that just means you want to be special in a particle universe, and the universe keeps swabbing you down. Because that's what happens when we're too tight and too limited. We measure ourselves as stupid, we're stupid. We measure ourselves as brilliant, we're frustrated, we're brilliant, we're frustrated. Easy. And the wave starts. You don't have to do this fast at all. This is freedom. This is freedom. That's all to stand there. Get away. How does the wave stand? Don't worry about it. Yeah. 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 Well, easy is a magic word. Okay. 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 Now, easy. Right where you are. See, the action is not out there on the diagram. Okay. You're in it. You are it. It's not that they're fancy things like he or she who understands the secret of the, Aikido has the universe inside them and can say, I am the universe. That's pretty fancy. Right? He or she who understands the secret of Aikido has the universe inside them and can say, I am the universe. Now, what if you would say, which universe? The physical universe is pretty big. But let's say there's a wave universe. And let's just say we are, to some degree, interior-wise, compressed versions of that whole blueprint. If the universe was a wave, there's a potential in it as part of that to be a wave that can unify with the whole wave. But I'm used to measuring everything as a particle. So part of what we're doing in Aikido is we are learning to measure ourselves as a wave. See, Einstein had to get out of the particle universe of Newton to create his own universe of relativity physics. He couldn't use Newton's very good work in the particle universe that was housed around a planet. When he looked at the universe and said, so he had things like imagination. Yeah, he was a good physicist, but imagination is more wave function. There's particle thinking and there's wave thinking. And when you start to get the wave thinking, you are more in your imagination, but is it imagined to you? I'm going to fall out of a plane. I'm in free fall. Wait, I don't feel my weight when I'm in free fall. Ooh. Now, you would feel the impact when you finally hit, but when you're in that free fall state, there's no weight. Is there still gravity? Of course. So that's not particle thinking. That's wave thinking. I can't do that. Einstein was a genius. Well, maybe all geniuses are wave thinkers. And maybe anybody can be a wave thinker. Okay? Well, oh, okay. I feel him here. But what am I doing? I'm measuring him as a particle. Therefore, I'm stuck in this particle thing, feeling kind of stupid and frustrated. Okay. Okay. I'm going to sit down and play the piano, which I can't do. I play the trumpet. Okay. All right. As if I would. I'm going to rotate my hips. Easy. I'm already measuring myself as a particle. When it comes to the particle self feels threatened. The wave self says this is fun. The particle self feels stupid. The wave self feels self-challenged to kind of learn to remeasure. We're really good at creating the same particle level of ourselves. But what if we could start to hang out more as the wave level of us? What if? Sometimes I said something like, this is to unify the whole world as one family. It's not going to happen at the particle level. It has to happen at the wave level. If we hang out as waves, then the particle self will go into balance. There's just too much stupidity on the particle level for it to work. Okay? Okay, and easy. Easy. But he holds me hard. Okay, good. Easy. It holds me hard. I still got to measure the whole thing from the wave standpoint. That's hard, right? The movement itself is very easy. But the real training is just recalibrating how I measure things. And what's important is how I measure me. And if I learn to measure me differently, maybe I start to measure the universe differently. Maybe I learn to measure situations that seem not insoluble, and they're soluble from the level of the wave function intelligence. Okay, so important. Okay, so let's do a little bit of the poke you hold this way, and then we just okay. So go, different partner. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, bigger. Bigger means freer. If I'm smaller, I should have a piece of it. Ooh, okay, good. See that motion? Boom, boom. Easy. Right? Mhm. So we're doing a little bit more of a drop move and then boom. Easy. There's a lot of energy there. There's energy in the particle. Oh, that was a strong throw. Boom, but here, boom. Yeah. Oh, you're going to come this one through. Boom, 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 boom. You attack me, your energy must move towards me, right? But we think in terms of particle energy. But wave energy, it's much easier to connect with the wave energy than it is particle energy. Because the particle energy has a lot of my stupid mind in it. You see what I mean? So, a lot of meditation is just getting you to get out of that particle mind and just, I'm too much in stuff. I'm stressed. Adrenals overload. I get an irregular heartbeat. I'm diabetic, but it's more generational. But, all this stuff just crazy we do to the physical body. And from the wave situation, it's a healing state. You see what I mean? We feel freer. There's kind of a sense of wonder to the movement. You see what I mean? Very healing. You see? Very healing. All right? Okay? Yeah. Kind of the same thing. I want you to be you're doing it, but it's too small. Okay, good. By the time you get it, you have it, but it's too small. Ooh, ooh. Right? Got it? Ooh. Oh, you can go that way too. It's a proof. There's a boom. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Whatever happens to be here. Oh, let's go this way. Oh, you want to get up that way? Come on, good. Yeah. Wave. Easy. So it's bigger. You're doing it, but I want you to. You're doing it a little. You're doing it in your bathtub, but it's bigger. Easier. Bigger is freer. Now, right there, you're measuring it as a particle. Easy. Now, keep the outflow and turn your hip. Whoa. So you're calibrating everything. When you try to move me, you're going back into particle. Easy, bigger. Freer is bigger. Boom. Okay, good. Right? Now you're caught. Easy. Why are you caught? Because you're measuring everything in terms of particle and weight. Tied out, tied in. Tied out, tied in. Tied out, tied in. Now, tied in, you start to pull. Tied out, tied in. Lighter, freer. Tied out, tied in, turn your hip. Okay, now right there, instead of turning your hip, you're locking your shoulder. Turn your hip. And don't pull me. Tied out, tied in. Oh, yes. Easier. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. All right. Now, one of the things you have to do, size is freedom. You come in this way, boom. Size is freedom. Both of you guys are too small. Boom, sort of boom. Woo, yeah, bigger. Huh? You're playing in a bathtub when you're a pretty good sized ocean. Ooh, ooh. Boom, boom. Okay, well, that's easy to go that way. The ocean was the universe, that was the whole thing, right? Right? Okay. Let's everybody stand up, stretch your legs for a second, okay? Stretch your legs, okay? We're all right. Sometimes we talk about size, okay? Energy size, things like that, okay? And what size is freedom. Freedom. Size. Yeah. Okay? If all of a sudden you won the lottery, your possibilities of what you're going to do next change, don't they? Now I'm going to go to the same place and do the same things. Well, maybe if you love it, if Steph Curry won the lottery, I doubt he would change anything. His life's pretty good. He's making enough anyway. All right, that's size. That's freedom. Okay. Yeah, I want to go on vacation. Okay, Aisha, where do you want to go? For most of us, like vacation. Well, maybe I can spend a night in Santa Cruz, something like that. But he can go anywhere, almost, right? Okay, so size, size and talent are somewhat connected. Why does he have that size? Because he's got the talent. Okay, right? And what happens is from the wave function, our talent expands, our capabilities expand. Okay? And so when we're kind of looking at, for example, this motion here, okay, good. Oh, he's going to come on here. My ability to do whatever I want to do out here. Oh, good. And for everybody to do that, we don't have a space here. Maybe when we move to 3rd Street, we'll have a little bit more room. Okay, we can do that a little bit more. Okay. Oh, good. It's almost like, he's here, but the wave function is, I don't want to meet him here. It's a particle function. Okay, wave. To start, but right about here. The wave is making a connection at a level. Okay? Now, if we kind of look at quantum physics, it's called spooky action at a distance. Right? This particle and that particle. But at that level, it's not a particle anymore. Particle, matter. Subatomic particle, not necessarily the same matter. So if he's coming in, just go, whoa, okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. It's a freedom. It's bigger. Yeah? And you're willing to try things. You're more creative, therefore you have some courage you don't have when you're too small. Okay, it's all part of the same package. Okay? So what I want you to do is spread out a little bit more. What is size? It's freedom. Just standing here, you feel calmer, but more focused. I don't want to focus. Things are too lousy for me to focus. I don't want to focus. I just want to hide. That happens, right? And then you go crazy there. You got to pay a therapist a lot of money, right? Easy there. Again, Robert Fraser, I mentioned this a lot lately. He has a PhD from Harvard in psychology. He goes to Japan and he meets O-sensei because he wants to train in Tokyo. And he meets him and says, this guy is so healthy. Everything I studied is about mental illness. This guy is not ill. There's no psychology I know of right now to study somebody like that. He's too healthy. Okay? So in that way, we want to be healthy that way. Open, free. Yeah, the particle universe pushes sometimes, but we don't have to be pushed by it. Yeah, times are tough. Open up. Okay? A couple of weeks ago, the Warriors were awful. I'm praying for the Warriors. Come on, come on. Praying for the Warriors. Come on. You keep losing. It's not that because of my prayers, but all of a sudden, they opened things up, didn't they? They got Draymond back to play defense. They got these two wings that are like attack dogs that can support Curry. And then they got this rookie who's, much as that shot last night was a great shot, he wouldn't have made it if Brad Podziemski hadn't made that almost impossible pass. He passed Curry into the freedom to take the shot. Okay, I mean, as much as Curry's shot was an incredible shot, but that's what he does. It was the pass. He passed Curry into the shooting motion when this other guy read the play and was going to intercept the pass or deflect it. That catches it, turns. Nothing but net, 27, 30 feet, whichever it was. And there was that rookie they trusted with the ball with 3.3 seconds to go. Who read the situation. He could read that guy saying, I got to throw it behind Steph. Oh, I think he can catch it, turn, and get a shot. But he's got to get it past the defender who's reading the play. That's wave intelligence. And the only other guy on the team that could probably read that, two other guys. One would be Curry, who was supposed to take the shot. And the second was Draymond Green. What did Dream do? Well, they got this monster on Steph, who's 6'11", 7 foot tall, called Kevin Durant. And so he sets a back screen. Why is the back screen? Because, the action's going to go that way. A lot of screens for action going towards the hoop. And he nails Durant without being called for a foul. Steph goes out. The defender on the other team is reading it, and there's the rookie with the ball. And so he throws it, and Steph has to move. The guy misses the ball. He turns. Nothing but net. We have to survive 0.7 seconds of suspense if they won. That's wave-to-wave communication. Good teams don't just have physical talent. They're already starting to be a wave. I'm hoping, because I'm sort of a peripheral 49er fan, that they have the same thing today. Okay? Probably not, but that's another matter. Okay? So right here, you see the wave movement there? Yeah, there's particle. He has weight. I feel his weight so much, so I got to kind of dissolve myself more into that wave function. So I use the feedback a little bit. Did you feel the freedom there?
Yeah. I felt kind of like I was just flying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you weren't there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What it is my wave being. Introducing you when you're moving that freely into your wave self. Okay, there's a lot of wave learning by being uke properly. You know this when you're particle uke, you hit hard. As you start to graduate more into more wave as uke, things flow, don't they? The act of being okay transforms. Yeah, it's one package, really. Okay, let's go back, same partner one more time. Okay, now, okay, that's okay. That's all right. Now, first of all, don't start here. Start here. Bigger, freer. You know, like all of a sudden I'm a football player or something, and then martially, what you do is destroy my eardrums. You see what I mean? Easy. Be more extended. You're not going to do that because it's a different universe, not so much. Now, let's tie it out, tie it in. Tie it in. Out, in. Out, in. Yes, now turn your hip. Okay, yes. Side. I can play in my bathtub. I have the freedom of a swimming pool. I'm in this really gorgeous lake. Wow, there's the Pacific Ocean. You sort of know your size by the level of your freedom. Now, we all start this way a little bit. I'm just giving you a couple of tips. Okay, turn. Good. Yes. And for me, I don't feel like it's jumping me. I feel like almost like I'm in a flow here. No, they're bigger. Okay, and turn the other way. Turn to a split. Okay, good. Okay, all right. And then open. Yeah, open. Oh, what do? The quantum wave mind is a little different than my particle mind. Particle mind stops, starts, tries to figure it out. The wave just is yes. Open. Hey, good. Yeah. Okay, let's try that with it. She's in a bigger space now. Okay. Tied out. Tied in. Tied out. You're pulling. Tied out. Tied in. Tied out. Oh. Okay. Now, why did I stop? Because you got in your shoulders. Yeah. Now, yeah.
Right.
Come on now. Good. You don't want to do that. You don't want to lose your center. Bigger, freer. Boom. Okay. Boom. 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 Okay. Go on. All right. Bigger. You get faster at just saying, okay. The smaller you are, the more of a tendency for you to go back into particles. Wait. Whoa. Okay, now, right there, don't rush it. Hey. Turn the thought is very quick. But he doesn't rush it. Okay? Open your shoulders. Wide angle lens, see the room. Easy. What did those sensei tell Nado Shihan when Nado sensei was at home? It's so easy, but I can't prove it. Now, right there, you're kind of tightening your elbows. No. When you do that, you're going back to measuring. What you measure is what you create. So all I'm asking you to do is learn to measure it a little different. Okay? Measure. Okay, now see, when you start to pull, you're trying to measure me as a particle. Your movement is actually pretty good, right? It's just that you're measuring the movement from a place I would ask you to re-examine. You could be 10 times better than you in 2 weeks. Like quantum leap, so to speak. Easy. Easy. Turn your hip. Turn your hip. Yes. That had a piece of it. See, size is freedom. Energy size. Well, Sensei was really good because the way he put it, it was as big as the universe in a quantum level. Right? Jesus. All we're doing is hanging out in the wave universe. That's all. I try to do this in the particle, you're going to react and attack. Okay, we got to go back to the wave, don't we? Right? Yeah. Easy. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. And for example, here, you know, we kind of go this way. I mean, technique. What can she? Oh, here's from the. One side goes down, the other side goes up. Now, what I do? I measure the whole thing from the particle. And what happened? My mind stopped. What do I do now? Okay. Now, if you're here, okay, we start the wave function. Some of it's relaxing, but it's not quite the same thing. I happen to like the wave state because it's freer. Okay? It's freer. Instead of use a comic book reference. Instead of Happy Hogan, the chauffeur, you're Tony Stark. You can go into your lab and everything in, you know, you want, you go like this and the computer synthesizes. That's freedom, isn't it? But this doesn't exist yet. But I rigged the whole system up where this can come into being. That's wave intelligence. Particle intelligence is a lot more limited. We don't see solutions. We get stuck up in situations and can't see the forest for the trees. That sounds familiar. Yeah, okay. Well, something was talking about IQ, though. He was really talking about something pretty profound, right? See all the movement here. You're right about this. There's a wave function there. If you join, there's a wave function. The template for the physical movement, even the particle movement, comes out of the wave. Okay? Well, since they talked about kami, what are kami? The universe is an ocean, metaphorically speaking. And there are different wave functions in that universe. Osensei liked the Kochiki because he could, you know, Amaterasu, the sun god, Susano, the storm god. Okay? And boom, 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 boom. Whatever the movement happens to be, it's fluid. Oh, we go that way. Boom. Boom. You begin to see what I'm really trying to do is hang out in the wave where I'm kind of like Tony Stark in his laboratory. Wow. I'm going to create this. I go like that, the computer synthesizes it. All right. I mean, I wish it were that easy on some other levels, but what would happen if we really just sort of took this and expanded it? So can't she, or here, this goes up, this goes down, boom. Right? I'm turning to the side of Earth. Now here, all of a sudden, I'm caught up in the particle universe. Look at me. Okay. So an important piece in Aikido was the heaven and earth movement. So we're going to approach it with the light from the wave universe. Okay, let's rotate again. Okay. Yeah. Now, one of the things I'd like you to do is open, open, open. What happens when heaven and earth go this way? Space opens. Where if you're a wave of liquid, you fill that space, don't you? Right? We got to think more like Tony Stark. Unhappy Hogan, I can print you out. Yeah, that's good. Sometimes needed, but different level of intelligence. He's not Dr. Strange. Dr. Strange is even stranger. Wait, no, come on. Here, come. Easy first of all. Come on, where's your starting place? Start as a wave. Open. In motion. I'm a particle person thinking about a wave. See what happens right here? This wave being is already in motion for you. Okay. All I got to do is, I want to connect to that. I'm going to try to connect this particle in this. Well, if I'm stuck here, we transform. We should, okay? I'm Tony Stark here. I'm in trouble. I called the Iron Man armor. That's pretty fancy. Now, right? It's a lot, in the same way, it's much more interesting than Superman's swim closet. You see what I mean? Although I like that. All right, so if you're coming here, and all of a sudden you're feeling as okay, the freedom of yourself as a wave. But since they would tell people, according to those things anyway, it's spiritually beneficial to be thrown on you. All right? That's easy. 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 Sorry. That is a reaction. Most attackers anyway are going to come for your body, right?
Right.
So you got to go through your hands. I mean, somebody's a kicker, that's different. Okay, great. Easy there. Now, my intention, even though as a particle being, there's enough wave where my energy is moving towards you. Greet it. Don't react to it. Okay? Well, it's firm. Now, right there, right when you're about to finish, you raise your shoulder, and all of a sudden, we're two stupid particle beings in this funny position here. Easy, easy. Lower your shoulder, bend your elbow a little bit. Oh, what is a wave? It's motion, but it's relaxed, easy motion. What's a particle? Well, it's I got a baseball. It's a particle. There's a bat. It's a particle. What do I want to do? I want to give it a spin like a subatomic particle and make it do crazy shit. And then the guy with the baseball bat goes in. Unless I'm facing Shadaharu, who understands that. And he's standing as a wave batter on one foot. Fullness, emptiness, and easy. Easy. Relax. Easy. Easy. As you feel my movement, and yeah, all right, right there. Don't tighten your shoulder. Wave crests, doesn't it? Okay. You get the right physical moves, but you're doing it. Yes. It's healthier. We hang out in the wave function, we're healthier. Mind is freer, body is looser, more relaxed. Yeah. No, you don't want that right back there. Wave crests. Yes. Okay. The shot blocker comes. Hurry has a nice arc to his shot. Got a block. Okay. Okay. Space. What is the wave's strength? Space. No space. Two particles. Space. It expands out, right?
Yeah.
But the nice thing is my consciousness is expanding out. I'm not looking for stupid limited particle solution and saying, okay, I got into this mess. Now easy. Right? I'm Jimmy Olsen. I'm in trouble. Right? Okay. I mean, Superman is kind of more of a weight. I mean, he's kind of like super particle. Not in Marvel. Sure. Okay. Easy, 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 easy. Now you're too quick this way. Just let the wave open and crest. Yes. Okay. So as you do that, it gets quicker. Boom. It gets quicker. But if you speed it up and pinch, it's not quickness, because if you put the wave in space, and the wave is speed. Huh? I know it's a little different than in your normal physics. Right? You create limited waves in your bathtub, that's probably fun. There are little floats and everything like that. But you know, you want to work the ocean. The Sensei's ocean was the universe. And he told me those Sensei, said, you know, it's so easy. Well, since I want to do like you, you're Aikido. So that's funny, nobody else seems interested. Well, you're caught up in the particles. And they always, Fletcher Sensei too, they were into the energy. And they saw, they were Japanese Budo. Man with beard, he's the head guy. And that's all they saw.
Right.
And the Americans said, what do you think? It's not Japanese at all. And sometimes you look at it from two Japanese and eyes, you put it into the same hierarchical structure of the culture. And the Americans looked at it and went, cool.
Sure.
You see what I mean? Easy, easy, easy. Don't react so much. Crest, yes. Well, that's pretty good work. Okay. Now you're getting the beginnings of yourself as a wave beat. What is Ronin? Ronin is a wave person. Why? Because if you're a regular samurai, you belong to a clan. Well, what do two clans do? They go to war. Now, Ronin, you know, it's freedom, right?
We have no master.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Now, you can be a crappy Ronin or you can be a really good one, right? In other words, you're free. If you have a plan, you got to do this and that, right? Most people don't want to be a Ronin. They want to belong to a clan. We're bigger and okay. Okay, good. Okay, so when we're kind of in, for example, you know, let's say we come in this direction. Particles, you know, this is a wave as well. This is the wave. Most movements, you know, it comes in this way. Particle, it's a wave. Right? See, the wave doesn't twist its own. Boom, the wave. Ride the surf. Surf. I mean, you have to have a certain amount of skill on a surfboard, but if you sort of understand the wave structure, you ride it, don't you? And so one way of kind of looking at what we're doing is, you know, we're learning to surf, which I've never done. This sounds fun, right? Yeah, okay. And notice how the wave both goes direct, but it also crests, doesn't it? Like on that last one, it crested a little bit. But most people turn the crest into a twist. Okay. Okay. So Ryote, sorry. And it's okay. He feels the difference between somebody with strong technique who gets them down. Okay. And maybe, you know, just it was more of a wave to wave interaction. So if you Kimmy, there's a lot about teaching you how to be a wave. Good ukes are solid, but they're also very fluid. Okay, most people kind of get overly heavy. The movement, you know, like okay, go. Whatever the movement, we're going to do another technique. Okay, wave function. Get here, it gets solid here. That's a wave function. And so key flows better in the wave pattern. There's a certain amount of key in dense matter, but real key flow happens in more the wave universe. Okay, so let's we're moving back. We're moving this way. It's an equal motion. The entering, though. We'll do the turning later. Okay, let's change partners again. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do with you, okay, what I want you to do here is bend your knees, put your hand on the ground. Good. Then you can stretch. Okay, just put your tummy down without hitting anything. Okay. Don't land on your own. Okay? Okay. So this is a different type of falling. Neck is two hands, okay? We come up, we can come this way. Now, it's important right here. Bend your knees. If you don't, when the wave hits, you get blown over there, okay? So right here, you're going to stretch with it, put your hand down. Good. And then you're going to stretch out without hitting anything or landing on anything, okay? Now, for example, then you're coming in this direction. Good. Then put your hand down. Good. And we can kind of do that, okay? Most people tighten there, but if the technique really goes through them, they fall and get hurt. The first thing we teach you is how to receive the motion Now, if you're coming in this direction, good, good. Now, right about here, yeah, you're already settling. You see what I mean? And what it is, you're part of the wave. Okay, now, right here, good, and you stretch. Very good. It's not that much harder. Now, you're going to do the movement yourself. Okay? Yeah, so right here, turn, step back. See how the hand naturally comes here? Yep, turn your hip, step back. Okay? Now, you feel it. Don't look. Feel to where you get your thumb over my thumb. Okay? I want you to begin to do that in motion. Feel, don't look for it. Good. Now bend your knees. Good.
Okay.
Now turn your hip towards me. Oh, boom. Okay, now put your hand on my elbow. Turn your hip towards me. Good. Walk. Just walk. Okay, good. That we're just going right there for now. Okay. Okay. This is a hard move, but it's actually quite simple. What happens is that we see the movement in particle terms, and we start to think from a particle brain. If you start to learn to sort of think from your wave intelligence, it's simple. Bruce Lee, yeah, Bruce Lee, of course, nobody that he taught was as good as him, but he really had that sense where I can explain how to do this pretty easy. And a lot of, I'm going to do this for 10 years. Like, no, I can show you how your body operates and how your mind moves, okay? So now what you're going to do, you're going to turn your hip the other way, step back, good. Now, look at me, but see the whole room. You see my hand? It creeps down, find my thumb. Do it again. Don't look, find it by feeling. Bend your knees, turn your hip towards me. Oh, yes. Now what happens, this hand breaks free usually. And you get the elbow, extend both your arms, bend your knees, turn your hip. Good, now walk. Okay? And that's about all it is. Now what happens as you train, you'd be surprised how much particle comes in. Okay? Usually when you don't understand the movement, I'm going to showing you the actual wave function of it first, so you have that as a template. Then we can clean up the other mess. And believe me, there's a mess. I mean, karate champions like Chuck Norris would go to Bruce Lee to take private lessons, and he'd tell him, you guys know how to punch and kick. All I'm going to do is help you clean your mess up. And boy, because I think Lee was thinking in wave terms. And they were good, but they had a lot of particle. Right? You need the particle too. I mean, if you're going to be a kickboxer, you got to train your body, right? But I've been told at that last elite level, if you're stupid, you don't make it. The really good ones are smart. I was talking to a guy who was a kickboxer. I asked him about MMA. He said, "You thought that they were stupid." I'd rather watch Western boxing or something than actually MMA. I mean, it's entertaining, but people like professional wrestling. I'd rather watch professional wrestling than MMA, It's more fun, right? It's even more stuff. But one of the things right there that is a new level, the wave mind next to the wave body, right? And then we have the particle mind trying to get in there, and that's I. That's all in response to what's out there. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, that's good. Okay, relax. You're pulling. Settle a bit more. Yeah, that's good. Now, you're ready. Put your hands out. Come on. Come on. Hands out. Try it out. Try it out. Try it out. Commencement of Tai Chi. Commencement. I think my hand out. I got to do this. Do that, don't I? Okay. Good. Now, commencement. Turn. Okay, good. Now you're starting to cross index the Tai Chi and your movement in Aikido. Commencement. Good. Okay, now you're shifting into your particle brain. Bend your knees and settle. Good. Okay. Now your particle brain sees everything as what do I do with the body?
Yeah.
Your wave brain sees the whole thing as a wave. Now, what does a wave do? There's a crest of the wave, but it does go a certain direction, doesn't it? And the particle brain makes it way too stupid. And we keep doing the same thing again and again. And there's a definition for that.
Great.
Commencement of Tai Chi. Okay, good.
Oh.
It's called an enlightenment experience until your particle brain takes it over. Yeah, that's about it. No, it's free. That's what you want. Freedom is fluidity. It feels light. It's not light. Feels light. Hang with it. Oh, it's light. Now, it's in the particle brain. Gets it and says, oh, it's light. Ah, no, it's heavy. It's not light. You see what I mean? And Bruce Lee called it finding the cause of our ignorance. Yeah. Yeah. I see things way too much from the particle mind, which creates contradiction and creates roadblocks. I want to see things from the wave mind connecting to the wave body and hang out more in the wave universe. That's where IT is. The IT in the particle universe is pretty strict, can get pretty strange. Okay? Yeah. Anyway. Sorry. Good, that's better, but we're going to clean it up. Okay, now you did some Tai Chi. Commencement. Good. Commencement. Good. You just extended. Commencement, rotate. No. Something happened right there. Now, you didn't tense, but you let the particle universe invade your wave universe. Now, you don't rush the commencement move. Don't reach. You're like a guy in basketball who just called for too many fouls. Why? You reach. Move your body. Now, right here, you're being crowded. Turn your hip. No, don't move your feet. Turn your hip. Oh. Commencement. Now you're stopping and setting. Okay, good, good. Now you're stopping and setting. The wave never stops and sets. Now this is a little funny wave. It goes this way. It reverses. Tied in, tied out. Boom. Tied in, tied out. Good. Yeah. Tied in, tied out. Boom. Tied in, tied out. Boom. Is it that simple? Yeah. But we hang out in the particle place, we make it way too complex. That's why psychologists make a fortune. All these archetypal forces become complex. Simplify it, right? You want to pay a therapist bills? Well, we need that sometimes. Or a counselor or something like that. But there's not a native intelligence when you're just in your wave being. You see what I mean? Yeah. It's, the way Bruce Lee puts it is simple, direct, non-classical. It's not really a style. You see what I mean? It's just some guidelines. Okay? All right. Well, yeah, that's good. Keep going. Freer, freer, freer. Yeah. Now, don't just think about the wave crashing. Just go. Now, if you need it, sometimes, you know what happens? It's a wave that crash. Okay? But it's a bad habit to get into the crash because a lot of times my particle mind takes it over and stops and starts to push or twist. You see? Yeah. Again, with Bruce Lee, also Chuck Norris and Joe Lewis, I'm not going to teach you guys any technique. I'm just going to try to get you to clean your mess up. You don't? Yeah, the way the universe, space and time are different.
Yeah. Really
And then we still, and then we hang on to the stupidity of the particle universe. It's really fantastically interesting. This is where we go into how we make bad decisions, how we limit ourselves. You see? Yeah, it's fascinating after a while. It's fascinating. You know, how we actually waste so much of our potential holding on to stuff we don't need to. In fact, it's tragic. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So one of the things here, if we were, you know, most techniques, you know, if we kind of come in this particular way, Roger, you know, whatever the movement happens to be, can be done. See, the form, as we understand it, is a guideline. But then when you're thinking with the particle brain, the form is everything. Your body is a form. But you're also a wave. You're also an energy. You can talk about auras or whatever it is. Okay? But again, Osheti created Aikido so that we have this commonality together. We're all waves. When we feel ourselves, know ourselves as the wave, we get along better. On the particle basis, we're too different. But that doesn't mean, for example, I mean, you know, people want to belong to something, so we belong to a, you know, it's ironic in Japanese culture, a wave being is a ronin. You're free. You don't belong to a clan. I'm in a clan, guess what? I'm going to fight another clan. and I'm going to fight as a clan member against their clan members. Okay? I remember one time I was walking with Ikizuchi Sensei in downtown Shingu, and it was really funny because, I mean, relationship changed quite a bit, but, here he was, this Aikido master, and I'm kind of a student, and he kind of said something more like, I don't want to be Japanese, because he's Japanese, he was raised there, and a lot of his quirks were because he was Japanese. I want to be an Uchujin. He laughs because Nihonjin, Japanese, right? Nihon, Japan. Uchujin, universal being. But the universal being comes out of being the wave person. You can't, I think Tojima Sensei one time listened to O Sensei talk about how O Sensei said he had the whole universe in his tummy. And Tojima Sensei, got bawled out for this, but says, I can't even put a watermelon in my tummy. And, he kind of, he laughed about it because he sort of got what O Sensei was saying somewhat later, right? You can't put the physical universe in your tummy. But if the physical universe, to some degree, has a wave functionality, you can contain that functionality here. And that functionality here can start to kind of connect to the functionality out there. We just, when you measure everything like a particle, that goes downhill fast. Okay? But if he's coming in this direction, then, we would look that way. Or we come this way, we look that way. Or, the movement starts to get very fluid. Right? If we're going to like Kotegaishi, all of a sudden, boom, wave reflects back on itself. That's what Kotegaishi is. You begin to see the movements as wave functions where they're clear. And, the whole thing is, okay, let's figure the technique out on a particle basis. Okay? And I remember one time, for example, I really like Tojima Sensei's Nikyo because one, it was intense, but it didn't hurt. And so I go up to him after class and say, Sensei, Nikyo no Tanren onegai shimasu. In other words, I would like you to condition my wrist with Nikyo, please. Very polite. And he would do it, And I get over here, and you put that, and boom. And see what he did, boom, boom. He took flamenco guitars. He would be, and I didn't realize it, but the people say, he's having you tap out flamenco rhythms. We had a ball that way, right? And so what happened was interesting. I mentioned this one before. And one day I asked him, he said, no. And I was going, why? He says, you're picking it up too fast. You're getting it too fast. And his rationale was kind of interesting. One, it bothers me you're getting it because it took me a lot longer to get it. And two, if you get it in your your current state, you might get in trouble with it. If you're too precocious, sometimes you make mistakes, right? You get arrogant, you see what I mean? So I went, shucks. I had a clean shot at something great, and all of a sudden, no. You're going to have to do the rest of it on your own. But I think what he was trying to teach me, his Nikyos were not, other people, they were sharper and everything, but it was like he was very intense, but it didn't hurt. You feel the difference right there? Yeah. It was strong, it was intense, but it didn't hurt at all. And that was my favorite Nikyo. Okay? Of all time, really. And so I did that, and then I figured, if I can understand that and understand your sword kit, I can work out the rest by myself. All right. But the same thing right there. It was more of, he was coming from more the wave function of the movement than he was getting stronger in the particle. Okay. Anyway, we're going to bow out. So, all right, let's do that. Okay, thank you very much.
I gotta go to bed.
Okay, and you know, if you're a Niner fan, we wish them more. Okay, the Warriors won a game last night. I remember years ago, the Warriors were really awful, and they played the night before the Niners had been the Super Bowl. No, it wasn't a Super Bowl; it was a playoff game. But the Niners were really good, but they didn't win everything. They didn't win the Super Bowl every year. So the Warriors were a crap team, and they won the night before the Super Bowl. And then came the, not the Super Bowl, before the playoff game. And the next day, the 49ers lost the playoff game. I said, the wrong team won. I don't think it's the same way this year. Okay, the Niners are gonna win or lose on their own. Okay, the Warriors won a great game last night. You had a chance to kind of go over it on YouTube. It was a fantastic game, and the rookie's pass to get Curry the shot was almost better than, because Curry makes that shot, but not everybody makes a pass that way as a first-year player. And what great quarterbacks or great guards do is they pass you open. They don't throw the ball to you. They throw the ball where you move to it and you're open to do something with it, running back or wide receiver or somebody who's a great shooter like Curry. Because Curry's supposed to make that shot. But the pass, especially since the defender on the other team read it, was going to try to intercept it. So he threw it back of Curry. So Curry had to go back. And in doing so, he got the pass to him. It was a bounce pass. First of all, if he had just thrown it this way, it would not have made it. He would have gotten tipped. But the way that Curry explained it is when Podziemski threw it, the bounce pass accelerates on the way up. And so because he threw a bounce pass and he threw it a little behind Curry, Curry had to move a little bit. He passed Curry open, he turned and he does what he does. He nailed that 30-foot shot. And so I'm kind of hoping that the quarterback plays like that today, but that's to be determined. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. This goes here.